Good evening, everyone. Very happy to see you again. Today, we discuss about the corporate strategy. What is corporate strategy and why the organizations love corporate strategy, need the corporate strategy. So what are the corporate strategy? We see the corporate strategy, there are three strategies inside. The first one we say corporation or organizations strategy. The second is business unit strategy. And the third one is operational strategy. So when we talking about the corporate strategy, we remember that the corporate strategy have the organizational strategy, have the business unit strategy, have the operational strategy. It's all about the corporate, it's all about the business units or the operationals. We can say organizational, operate, business unit, operationals is operationals. Okay, and we will go further about the three levels of the strategy that we discuss at this moment. How strategy cascaded from vision to execution. It is quite important of how the strategy cascaded from vision of the organization to the execution. That's why the organizational strategy is we're talking about the where are we going. Where are we going is the organizational strategy. They need to know the corporate levels, and it is the whole enterprise need to consider. We will discuss it further about the organizational strategies in the next. Number two is a business unit strategy. How do we compete? It is a division, it is a SBU level. SBU level, think about the how do we compete in the business unit strategy. Number three is operational strategies is how do we execute. It is a functional department level. So the three things is organizational strategies talking about where are we going to, the business unit strategy talking about how do we compete, and the last one is operational strategies is talking about how to do we execute. Let's discuss deeply about the organizational strategy. The organizational strategy, like we discussed earlier, it is they define the overall scopes and direction of the entire enterprise. So when talking about the entire enterprise, it is the duty, it is the responsibilities of the organizational strategy. It addresses fundamental questions like what businesses should we be in? How do we create value across our portfolio? It is set by the board, CEO, and C-suite, and typically covers a 3 to 10 years horizon. Yes, it is a long-term plan, a long-term strategy that C-suite, CEO, and also board is talking about. It is at least 3 to 10 years horizon to discuss about the direction, to discuss about the scopes of the entire business, entire enterprise that focus on what the business should be in and how do we create value across the portfolio. It's quite important of the organizational strategy. And we also discuss further, let me focus deeper in that. It is let imagine building a skyscraper without a blueprint. It is imagines and we need to understand that. You should have the material, the worker, the ambition, but no plan. What do you get? Waste resource and eventually collapse. It is because there are no blueprints. No blueprint is like know the business, know the organizational strategy. That is exactly what happened to the business without organizational strategy. Yes, a buildings without plan. The buildings have the materials but no plan. Have the material, have the workers with the emphasis but no plan. What do you get? What do we get on that? Strategy is not a buzzword in a boardroom presentation. It is invisible architecture that determines where the company goes, how it get there, and why it succeed. When other don't, yes, when other don't, what we have because we have the organizational strategy. It's answered the three most criteria question every business must face. Like we discussed earlier, it's about the where are we now, and where do we want to be, and how do we get there? Yes, yes, where we are now, where do we want to be, and how do we get now? Do we get there? Without a clear strategy, team work hard, but in different direction. Marketing pools left while operation pool rise. Yes, it's like a different direction. A marketing pool left while operational pool rise. Resources are spent on initiatives that don't align. Opportunity pass by unnoticed, while street goes unaddressed until it's too late. Yes, so we need to take care about the organizational strategy. But when organizational strategy is strong, something remarkable happens. Every department understands the mission. Every decision, big or small, is filtered through the same lens. Energy is focused, resources are allocated wisely, and the entire organization moves as one. Consider the world most admired company like Apple's, is Amazon, Toyota, where what set them apart isn't just talents or capitals, it's discipline. Consistent strategy executed relentlessly across every levels of the organization. Strategy also builds resilience in times of disruption, economic downturn, market shift, technological change. Company with a clear strategy foundation adapt faster. They know their course and they're protected. So whereas you lead teams of 5,000, remember this: a brilliant idea without a strategy is just a wish. A strategy is turned that wish into the results, that wish into the result. So deliberatively, plan deliberately is execute with focus and let strategy be the compass that guide everyone step forward. That is very important of a strategy. Organizational strategies is a brilliant idea. Without a strategy, is just a wish. A strategy is turn that wish into results. So that's why all of this are very important points of the organizational strategy that the company should have it because the company cannot lose the direction. They must know where are we now. They must know where do we want to be and how do we get there. All of this are importance of the organizational strategies, and the organization have to have to develop the organizational strategy. That's right. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time for the other stage of the three-level business strategy. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Yes, today we continue our discussions on the corporate strategy. We already understand, we already learning. I also already sharing with you about the organizational strategy that it is the three levels of strategy. There's organizational strategy that think about where are we going to, and business unit strategy that we talking today is how do we compete it, division, SBU, unit or level. And the number three is operational strategy that talking about how do we execute. It is a functional and department. The organizational strategy, which is a bit review, it's conducted by the CEO, by the C-suite and the top levels, and it is a long time plan, like 3 to 10 years. And today we think about the business unit. What is a business unit? We already highlighted the business unit. So details on that. Business unit is our competitive strategy, focus on how the specific division or a strategic business unit SBU compete within its market. Yes, it is a strategy focused on how the specific division or business units competes in the market. It translates corporate decision into competitive positioning, like course leadership, differentiation, or focus. Uh, Normally, the plan is cover 1 to 3 year horizon, and the key focus of the business unit strategies is competitive positionings versus rival targets, customer segment, pricing and product strategy, market growth versus defense share. All of that are the business unit strategies that we need to discuss it at this moment. And then we consider that differentiation is also very important in the business unit strategy. One organization strategy sets the overall direction of a company. A business unit strategy is where that direction become real. Let me repeat it again. One organization no strategy sets the overall directions of a company. A business unit strategy is where that direction become real. It is the bridge between the big corporate visions and the day-to-day decision that actually drive the result. Each business unit, whether it's sales, products, operation, or customer service, operates in its own competitive landscape, serve its own customers, and face its own unique challenge. Without the dedicated strategies at the unit levels, even the base corporate plan falls apart in execution. Team become reactive instead of reaction. or reactive. Priority blur, people focus on staying busy rather than delivering impact. Busy versus impact is quite different. But when each business unit has a clear, tailored strategy, the entire organization gains precision. Leader how exactly Leaders know exactly what they are competing for, what resource they need, and how their success contribute to the greater whole. There is ownership, there is clarity, there is momentum. Think of it this way. Corporate strategies is the destination on the maps. Business unit strategy is the specific route each team takes to get there. And without that route, even the best destination remains out of reach. Yeah, sure. We got the routes. If we don't have the routes, how can the whole strategy, how can the destination reach? Cannot, not impossible. So the organizational strategies must relate it with the a business unit strategy. The most successful company don't just strategize at the top. They embed strategic thinking at every unit, at every level, so that every team move with purpose, not just effort. Define the unit strategy on the competitive space and drive results that matter, not just for the teams, but for the organization. So that's really important. It's really investing for the business unit strategy that can support it. Without the business strategy, the direction from the organizational strategy will not reach. So that's right. The company must have the organizational strategy, must have the business unit strategy to make sure that the destination are reached on time and with cost effective. So thank you so much for today's, and we'll meet you soon on the next level. It's the last levels of the three level strategy. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the class of corporate strategy. We already understand about the organizational strategy. We already discussed about the business unit strategy. And today we continue to discuss about the operational strategy. So what is the definition of the operational strategy? Operational strategy define how each functional area like marketing, HR, finance, supply chains, IT, and R&D supports the business unit and corporate strategy. It's the support. It's the support of the business units and the corporate strategy, or we can say the organizational strategy. It translates the strategic intent into specific progress, specific process, target, and day-to-day action. What is specific process? What is the target? What is the day-to-day action? Typically, the operational strategy, we think about the 3 to 12-month horizons. It is the different stage and different period of time. For the strategics, for the operational strategy, we focus about 3 to 12-month horizons. What is the operational strategy focus on? They focus on the process efficiencies and quality. It is operational strategy. They want the process. The process, just example, the process of in the construction, we got the detailed design that we include architects, include exterior design, include interior design, MEP, VAC, ELV designs altogether called the group of detailed design. And the process of the process efficiency and quality refer to start from the we say exteriors design until the VAC or ELV. Every steps are really clear. No error with the appropriate times. In terms of quality, we can devise like this. The quality we can use. Some techniques just spends a little bit money, but they also have the high quality standards, high quality, and also saving costs. It is, we say, the process efficiency and quality. Number two is the KPI and performance metrics. Yes, actually, just a bit discussed earlier is about the process efficiency and quality. Also have the KPI inside, refer to the qualities of the KPI, the process of the work, and also the number of error. If a lot of error, the process has not good for the quality and for the timing also. So KPI, they focus about the number, they focus about the error, they focus about the timing or the deadline. Number three, we focus about the resource planning and budgets. what is the resource planning and budget? It's like we spend a lot of money for the completion that projects, or we just affordable budgets to complete that projects on times. The budgets refer to the numbers of hours, refer to the numbers of headcounts, and also savings. Also saving, just example, the costing. The budget is on time, but very high cost. Also, it's hard for the business. It's hard for the organization. You need to think about why. Because the budget, let's say meetings, or the BOQ is just like this, like that, just with the minimum cost or the maximum one. So the budgets is like we say is another examples of we got the projects, but the projects have no benefits. So I don't think we need to do that. We can make decisions sometime for a long vision we can do, but sometimes cannot do because we lose the money. The business need the money, lose money, so don't call the business. So that's why the resource planning and budget is so important. And number four is cross-functional coordination. How to coordinate it with the cross-function. Just examples earlier that the architects is already designed from the exteriors, interiors, and also process to the structural design. And structural designs need to think about the projects is necessary usage of the materials. We should use this types of materials or that types of materials. Just make sure that the construction is high quality. But if we can save a lot of budgets with same qualities or good qualities, it will be the great innovation. Then for the MVP design and also VAC and ELV also is important in the package of the design. It is cross-functional coordination. The other types, beside the detail designs, we can talk about the procurement and purchase department. So what should we do in the procurement and purchase departments in order to find out in order to buy, so order about the materials on time to the projects. So the coordination is a very good part of the organizational strategy that we need, or HOD need to understand, need to make sure that the payment is affordable, is not so much and not less, something like this. We also discuss about the comparisons at the glance, like the organizational, business units, and operations about the where are we going to, how do we compete here, how do we execute. And levels is corporate, board, CEO, division, SBU head, departments managers team. A time also is very important on 3 to 10 years, 1 to 3 years, 3 to 12 months. Portfolios and direction, competitive advantage, process and KPI. Yes, there's a lot of things regarding to the comparisons of the business, of the operational strategy. So that's why that's all for the three levels of strategy. The first is organizational strategy, the second is business unit strategies, and the third one is operational strategy. So it is very important, and I hope everyone got a good share, so a good new knowledge regarding to the strategies, and try to prepare for the business and to get success from the startup to the ends, from the organizational, business unit, and operational. So that's right, and thank you everybody, and have a very good luck, and see you next sessions. Thank you so much. Bye.